So now that it's gotten colder and more damp outside, you might want longer sleeves, socks on your feet. And I don't know about you, but my body's gotten stiff. It's gotten a little tighter. So warm things up a bit. Okay, so let's head back to the So just come to sit for a moment. I happen to be sitting in Hero's Pose. If you want to sit cross-legged, you can. And then let's just set our minds and our bodies up well. Right? Let's set the breath up well first. So just sit for a moment and let go of all the stress of your day. Let go of all the tension. Let your eyes relax. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Full breath in. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. And inhale. Exhale 3. And then go ahead and open the eyes and roll your wrists around a little bit. You can shake them out. Open and close the fingers after being on the computer a lot. Roll your shoulders around. Back and forward. And just take your arms out to the side. Internally rotate to the hands face behind you. Bend your elbows, bring them back around. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Drop the shoulders down and inhale. Lift the chest and maybe lift the heart up. Breathe here. And exhale and release. And let's go ahead and come down to the floor. And when you're on the floor, hug your knees into your chest. And kind of roll or rock around a little bit, you can. I'm holding on the knees and rolling the knees outward. And then also I'm going to roll the knees inward. I'm going to stretch the legs up toward the ceiling. Point, flex the feet, shake the legs around. Maybe an early hamstring stretch here. Also a little inversion. And then bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, stretch your legs long, bring your arms up and all the way back. Flex the feet, point the feet, roll the ankles around. And let's work with the balancing on the side. So go ahead and roll over onto the entire left side of your body. And you can either have your head supported with the elbow bent, or you can have your head down. And then just go ahead, bend both knees. And I have the left knee bent, the right foot on the floor, and stretch your right leg up toward the ceiling. Oh, good. That inner thigh opening here. Point your foot, flex your foot, and breathe. I've got my right hand here to support my balance. Breathe here. Exhale, lower the right leg down. And inhale, right leg up. Now, it makes a big difference if your toes are pointed either up toward the ceiling, that's more external rotation, or if your toes are pointed more neutral, then that's a little bit more the side hip area. So it's going to be your choice if you have the inner thigh working like this. Yeah. A few reps here. Breathing in and out. Or if I turn this way and I go and opening up right this side, so my whole leg is spiraling more neutral. Okay. And then we're going to leave the right leg up and turn the toes out. And just maybe, you can use a yoga strap here if you'd like, a belt, towel, or you can just hold on anywhere onto the leg and just play with opening up. And take a few more breaths here. Try to relax the face, relax the arms, relax the shoulders, and give yourself time. Good. All right, from here, it's a little different. So you're going to roll onto your back. Keep your right leg up in the air. Roll onto your back. And then your right leg up, your left knee's bent. And you can either hold on to the strap like this, or you can hold on to the back of the thigh and breathe with that. If you need to keep your knee bent, that's fine, or lower your leg a bit. It's not a problem. Right, try to keep your shoulders relaxed and no tension in your forehead or your eyes. You're going to breathe here and exhale. Let this be a twist. Now keep your chest facing the ceiling, your hips facing the ceiling. Bring the right leg over towards the left side. And you know, the outer hip stretch as that right arm is either out by the side or up by your ear. And you can take your left hand, place it on top of the right thigh, and move the thigh away from you and down. Two more breaths here. And then release this. This is how you're going to release. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to bring your right arm up toward the ceiling. And you're going to roll so that your chest, your stomach is turning toward the floor. So you're going to lift up, turn toward the floor. And this is a half frog pose. So can you see that there? Yeah, there you go. And let your head release down. So your right knee's out to the side. This little bent knee, inner adductor stretch. Couple more breaths here. And just allowing the head to turn, the shoulders to relax. And then you'll come upright and roll back onto your back again. And then straighten the leg out. And just straight out the line. And let's just play with the other side. So you're going to roll onto the entire left side of your body. So when you're on the left side, you can either have the knee bent, the knees bent, or the elbow bent, or you can have your head onto the floor. And just extend your left leg up toward the ceiling. Below inner thigh, inner adductor, you can point and flex the foot, roll it in, roll it out. And just take a moment with this. If you need to keep the knee bent, you can. You can straighten the leg. And inhale here, exhale, lower the leg down. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And you, again, either your toes are going to be up toward the ceiling, got a flex foot, or they might point, towards the front. Right? Either the outer hip muscles or the inner thigh muscles. Just be very precise in which way. We'll just do a few more reps here, just to warm up. Nothing too bouncy, just something useful. And once the leg is back up again, and you can use a strap, hold on to the leg, hold on to anything, and just breathe here. Remember to stay within your healthy range of motion, right? Trying to keep that, even though the leg is going up, try to keep the hip down. So you've got some opposite forces at work here. So the hip is moving down, but the leg is coming up because it's a ball and socket joint. And then you have got differences in the socket joint, differences in anatomy. So nothing past a healthy range of motion. You keep that left leg up. You're going to roll onto your back. And when you roll onto your back, keep that left leg up. Oh. Yeah, you can extend that right leg, and you can hold on to a strap here, or you can hold on to the leg anywhere. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. All right. Now you're going to take your entire left leg. Keep your shoulders facing the ceiling, your hips facing the ceiling. Whole left leg over towards the right side. Okay. And you can open your left arm either out by the side or up by your ear. A little hip release. You can take your right hand to your left hip and drop it down. And 2 more breaths. Whew. Now, you'll inhale and bring your left arm up to the ceiling. Bend your left knee. You're rolling onto your stomach. So you're going to lift up, roll onto your stomach, and just breathe here for a moment. So you have like an inner adductor stretch with a bent knee. The half frog. And you're going to lift up, unwind out of this, roll back onto your back, and just breathe here for just a second, right? That was massive, right? That was so much going on. All right, and then bend your knees, hug the knees into the chest, and do a little back and forth, like 7 or 8 times, right? This is kind of nice for your spine. You can rock a little side to side if you don't like the front and back, or if you don't have enough cushioning. And you're going to make your way up to sit, so all the way up. All right. And then here, I'm going to swing my legs back around, take my socks off for just a second, so a little more traction. Okay, and then just take a downward facing dog for a moment. Hands come to the floor, up and back, downward facing dog. Push the floor away, breathing here. And from here, go ahead and walk your feet forward over the mat, and we'll just dangle over the legs, holding on to opposite elbows. The knees can be bent. You can sway a little side to side if you like. And drop your arms down, roll up to stand. And you come upright, reach your arms all the way up, and lower the arms down. And then let's just play with opening the body a little bit more. So reach the arms all the way up, and exhale, fold over the legs. And we'll just step the left foot back into a lunge. Now turn your right foot out to the side, and bring your left hand down, and roll onto the outside edge of the left foot as you reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. As you breathe here, exhale, lower your left hip down and look toward the back of your mat as you look toward that right hand. And then inhale, press into your right foot and reach up and come over. And then exhale, come down. Press foot, inhale up. And exhale, lower. Inhale up. And exhale, lower. And inhale up. Make your way back into the downward facing dog. And take an inhale forward. And lower yourself all the way down. Come into Sphinx Pose for a moment. And just take a moment in Sphinx Pose. Shoulders back and down. So you can do a little few shoulder rolls here. That might open up the chest a bit, right? This is not my head and neck moving muscularly, but it's my shoulders moving, so therefore my spine moves. It might look like my head is moving, but I'm actually trying to activate my shoulders. And if you want to play with a little bit of seal, don't try to force anything. Let it just feel good. Breathe here, and exhale, release down. Come back into downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk the feet forward, and you're just going to fold over the legs. And reach the arms all the way up to stand, and then just drop the arms down by your side. And inhale the arms all the way up, and exhale, fold over the legs. And then step the right foot back into a lunge. Now turn your left toes out to the side, and then place the weight into the right hand, outer edge of the right foot. Lift your left arm all the way up. And you're going to look toward the back of your mat as you drop the right hip down, and look back toward the back of the mat as you do this outer hip stretch. Press into the left foot and lift it up. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale up. And exhale. lower down. Inhale up and come back into a downward facing dog. And inhale forward to plank. Lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Come into Sphinx Pose again. So in Sphinx Pose, let's work the neck a little bit. Drop the chin to your chest. Roll your head over to the right. Inhale, exhale, roll the head to the left. Roll the head over to the right. Over to the left. Let's come back to center. Breathe in, exhale, lower down. Make your way back into Child's Pose, just to stretch the arms forward, head comes down. And then back into a downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. Any sound out the mouth. Good, breathe here. And walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway and exhale down. Reach the arms all the way up to stand. Lift the chest and return to mountain pose. Reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come up halfway and just make your way back to a downward facing dog. You need a little more heat in the cold weather, right? Just a little more heat just to open up tight areas. Take an inhale forward to plank pose. And then slowly as you can, lower yourself down to the floor. And you come into Sphinx Pose. And this time, when you're in Sphinx Pose, let's open up the quads a little bit. So take the left hand, bring it over toward the right side, bend your right knee. And you're going to reach back for either the foot or the ankle for a little quad stretch. And you can use a strap back here or a towel. And just take a moment. And I try to keep my knees wrapped closer together rather than the knee out to the side. And then I flip the grip so I've got my fingertips in line with the toes and the elbow up toward the ceiling. And I'm bringing my right shoulder forward. So I get good at a chest stretch at the same time I'm getting a quad stretch. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Right? Don't rush anything to open. And you'll release out of that. I'm going to take my right hand over to the left side just to balance. Bend the left knee and reach back. The foot, ankle, and give myself a little quad stretch here. And I just happen to be more up in Sphinx Pose. If you need to be further down, that's fine. And then gently pressing the heel toward the center of the glutes or to the outside. Let your jaw relax, your eyes relax. And if you're doing that reverse grip, in yoga this is the half frog pose. You can even bring the left shoulder forward as the left elbow comes toward the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. Just a constant, gentle pressure over time. And then release that. Take an inhale, exhale, lower down. And bring your hands right by your shoulders. Press up on the hands and knees. And come back into Child's Pose, just to stretch your low back out. And then back into a downward facing dog. Long breath in. And exhale all the way out. And then walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. And we're going to come down to a squat pose. So some people have the feet more parallel, some people have the feet more turned out. If you're good in squat pose, try the other variation. Like I'm really more stable and with the feet turned out this way, but I work a little harder, like my little joints, muscles work harder if my feet are parallel. So if your heels don't touch the ground, you should probably put like a blanket underneath. You can always put yoga blocks underneath your butt. And this isn't going to work for you. Lie on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Right? Whew. And just take 2 more breaths here. Then bring your hands to the floor and straighten the legs and drop your head all the way down. Good. And then just interlace your fingers behind your low back. Bring the arms up and over. Breathe here. Yeah, let's do a twist. Bend your left knee, look toward the right, twist here. Come back to center. Bend your right knee, look to the left, and twist here. So that the arms are going to the right, you're looking toward the left. And one more time. Inhale, center, bend the left knee, twist to the right. Inhale, center, bend the right knee, twist to the left. Come back to center, release your arms down, and roll up to stand. And as you come up tall, reach the arms all the way up. We'll send your hips forward, little back bend here, and return to mountain pose. And from here, go ahead and just drop your chin to your chest. Make your way down. Come back into downward facing dog. And then step your right foot forward into pigeon pose. Let's try this one. So you can have the knee just around shoulder width apart. You can work with the right heel here, or you can bring the right shin more parallel. If your hip's really up high, you might want to put something underneath that. Just overstrain anything, and you can begin to fold forward. And if this is not going to work for you, lie on your back and do a number 4 position. Yes, so that's also very useful as well. Excuse me. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And as you make your way upright, lean over toward the right, swing your back leg all the way around. So root down to the left foot, up. Inhale, right arm up, twist to the left, and breathe here. Try not to lean backward, and try not to drop your chin. 1 more breath here. And as you unwind, come back into downward facing dog, and we're just going to do the other side. So you're going to step the left foot forward, externally rotate. Right, you might need something underneath the left sitting bone. That foot could be here, that left foot, or you might work it towards the front of your mat. And if you need to stay more upright, that's fine. Release it into some tightness in the back hip area. Or you might fold forward. And I definitely have one hip that's more open than the other. I have days that I feel more open. Today is not one of those days. Especially if it's gotten colder, damper. I'm just going to breathe. Your head, shoulders release. And as you make your way upright, just step back a little bit, lean over to the left, swing your back leg all the way around into seated spinal twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bring the toe down and lift up. Exhale, take a little twist. Let there be a little softness in the face. And every breath helps the body open. Take an inhale back to center. And stretch the legs forward. Walk both side to side. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forward. And we'll stay here and we'll breathe. So you might be more lengthened, or inhale, exhale. You can let your head drop right at the end. 3 more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up and just float the arms down. And then just come to sit for a moment. Just see how your body feels now. Take a breath in. Exhale out 1. Inhale. Exhale out 2. And inhale. Exhale out 3. Your eyes open, and then take a couple moments of just lying down. Right? So, especially in the yoga practice, very important to allow your body to rest. And that's where the body heals, it puts itself back together again. The tissues get to rehydrate. And for the next minute or so, just let your entire body just not do any work at all. Feel the arms and the legs just drop. Let the hands and the feet just drop. Relax the face. Relax the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. Relax your eyes, your brow, and just let yourself rest and breathe. And you are welcome to rest in Shavasana as long as you need. Might as well begin to move the hands, move the feet. Go ahead and bend the knees, place the feet onto the floor. Roll over onto your side, make your way upright. And then let yourself stay calm, balanced, ready to engage. And thank you very much. Again, my name is Narisara, and I'll see you soon.